So this is a treat of a race. We see the top schoolboy crew in the country, the boys in pink from Westminster School at the top of your picture, and then Clare's Court School. Fantastic to see them with an 8, normally better known as a sculling crew. Sculling School,
please.
closest to you, the Maidenhead-based school. And
Westminster are a top crew, you know, winning national scores, the top junior crew in the country. It's going to be interesting how they progress through the regatta. You know, didn't quite go their way last year, winners the year before, but I'm sure they're back on track. But that's not the best steering from the Clare's Court Cox there.
Do you think he's looking at Westminster, the Clare's Court Cox? That's the Cox David Joblin. I mean, if he's looking at the crew, then perhaps he's going to steer over to them.
That's the normal thing that happens. If you start looking, you're veered towards where you're looking and the crew you're racing. And you know, it must be really tough because they know how fast Westminster are. They've seen them race throughout the season. And then to come here on a one-on-one dual match is very challenging, very tough. And, you know, I just hope they stay in their boat and do their thing rather than looking around all the time.
So closest to us is the school from Clare's Court in Maidenhead. We did say better known as a sculling crew. And it's a great result for them to have an 8 that qualified for the PE. And we better talk about them now, because at the top of the picture, you know, I just saw that Westminster 8 go off, the boys in pink. They are school's head champions, they are national school champions. They've come here again for the trip, but they look fantastic now.
Yeah, that was, they've kind of gone out, set a marker straight away. We're not going to mess around, we're going to get out in front and enjoy the kind of comfortable distance that we've got as we go into the kind of second half of the race.
And look at that as we go live. The Westminster School have absolutely opened up the gap. Westminster, many people's favourites to take this event for schoolboy 8s. The boys in pink on the right of your screen, racing the Clare's Court School. Fantastic achievement for the Maidenhead School to qualify. But, yeah, well, the Westminster Cox just looks back. Matthew Holland. And you can tell his boys, look, you can just control. And you know, how well did this crew row, Mark?
Yeah, they just work so well as a unit. You know, they train this all the time. But I just want to take my hats off to Clare's Court. You know, that was a program that had nothing going on 4 years ago, massive turnaround. Now they've got a crew race in the PE. They've got a crew in the Foley that's got a great chance of getting to the final and possibly winning it. So, you know, it's a big turning point for them, and to have a boat in this event as well, you know, maybe in a couple of years' time they'll be competitive in this particular event.
Clare's Court there, giving it everything, and as my colleague Olympic champion Mark Hunter has said, it's fantastic for them to have qualified for this event. So many schools try and get into this Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup, and they will be pleased to be here. They probably would have known the result because they're up against the favourites, Westminster School. And, well, Westminster have had fantastic races. I heard they were doing some good battle paddling against the Imperial College 8, and Westminster were coming off better against the students. And they have been down at Molesey Boat Club, Franz Infield, the Molesey coach, trying to get some of the Westminster boys in their gap year before going to American universities, perhaps to come back to Molesey and row at Henley. So they've been very successful against the Molesey club in their training pieces, Mark.
Yeah, well, that's the thing as a schoolboy athlete, no matter whether it's sculling or rowing, you love going against adults and turning them over. There's nothing more satisfying than that, because I know as an adult looking across going, why is this kid still there? How are they in front of me? But you know, these kids train really hard. You know, they've got a good program, good structure, and you know, they've got so much history in this event as well.
New coach Josh Butler this year, of course, replaced the famous Phil Mason. This crew, or Westminster School, got beaten in a fantastic race by Bobby Thatcher's St Paul's School in the final last year. They've come back for revenge. They came last year for the triple. This year, again, they're up for the triple. They've completed the first part of that by winning, I think it's the second heat of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup this morning. Westminster School at a comfortable pace. And we wait for Clare's Court School, the Maidenhead-based school, better known for sculling, but it's fantastic for them to have an 8 in this event. Many congratulations. Clare's Court crossed the finish line now. So there's Westminster School paddling away, and confirmation of the result. Westminster School comfortably beat Clare's Court School in the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup.